gain access to this clean water. And if we're being honest with ourselves, most of us here in Singapore have never thought twice about get access to clean water.
Absolutely.
We take it so for granted.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right there. I remember going to Nepal, hiking there, and we had to be very careful because, like you said, Amelia, a lot of them were washing their cutlery and their dinnerware right by the river. There was a spout, but it doesn't make that water any cleaner. So it's really quite disparate, the kind of conditions they have over in these countries versus what we have here.
Yeah, these water bodies are multi-purpose, I suppose. So Amelia, I mean, having seen Josh, through his project, and then now interested in and becoming more interested and invested in the work and efforts of WA, do you see that he's slowly becoming, all that much more a champion for clean potable water in communities? It's not just a school project anymore, apparently.
Yeah, because when I first met Joshua, he wasn't as involved in service as he could be. I mean, obviously with my dad with my dad being so involved in that, within that like industry, it's always been like second nature for me to be involved as well. And I'm fortunate to have had all of these opportunities to be exposed to like the different realities many people are subjected to, especially because we live in Singapore, and it's so hard sometimes to like keep yourself in check to realize that in other countries it's completely different.
There are people I know who, for sanitary reasons, refuse to even drink our Singapore tap water.
I know. They choose
choose
to drink mineral water.
Yeah, which is ridiculous in my opinion. I mean, you can go to this bathroom and the tap water there is clean.
Absolutely fine. Yeah.
So I'm very curious to know what sort of goals you have set for yourself for this campaign, Josh. What do you hope to achieve, as well as what sort of timeline you're trying to work within? Josh, Amelia, who would like to take this?
I mean, so overall our goal is to raise 12,000 Singapore dollars, which will fund the installation of 5 water filtration systems. So we plan for 4 to be installed in schools and 1 in a healthcare centre. So to give more detail, one water filtration system, which is designed by WA, it costs around 2,500 Sing, and that will last for around 5 years, including maintenance. So the staff and students at the schools and the healthcare centres, they're briefed when it's being installed of how they can maintain it themselves. So that way it will last longer. But of course we're not limited to this $12,000, and if more people participate and we raise more money, obviously we'd install more water filtration systems. And because like the reality is that the accessibility of clean water within Kampong Chenang is still a serious need for the whole province. So WA has so far succeeded in installing just over 200 into over 200 schools, but there's 500 schools in Kampong Chenang.
So we're not even half yet.
Yeah, there's a serious way to go in terms of how many more.
It's great to hear how many schools they have, but also at the same time you want to keep them healthy at the same time, right? Okay, so your campaign is called Pedal for Water. So we have to make that connection between the pedal and the water. Why is the campaign called pedal rather than run, walk, swim, some other activity? I mean, I would love to swim for water. Are you guys avid cyclists by any chance? Is that why?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, the name originally came from the actual water filtration itself.
Okay.
So the design is that there's a stationary bike which is connected to a well underground, which is usually how many of the schools access water. So when a child cycles that stationary bike, it will pump water from underground up into a tank that's raised above ground, and then it will flow through a filtration system. So I mean, we recognize though that cycling isn't like an activity that all people may particularly enjoy or are capable of doing.
Call me, I'll do it, call me.
The participants also have the option of like walking, running or rowing instead. Because I mean, one of our partners in terms of organizations that are helping us is called Touch Dubai. So they're based in Dubai, but they're an organization that focuses on inclusivity. So it was very important for us that we make the campaign as doable and as realistic for as many people as possible. And so we're taking into account people who may be facing challenges, whether it's physically or mentally.
All right, so we know the issues, we know what you're trying to solve and how the filtration systems are going to be working by pedaling. So with this campaign, coming back to Josh now, with this campaign, Pedal for Water, if listeners, having heard now this issue and what it takes to, try to put some solutions to the problem, and if they wish to support your campaign, how can they do so? How can they back this campaign?
Well, Pedal for Water follows a simple 3-step approach. If you refer to our Instagram page at Pedal for Water, we have put a link to a Google form in our bio, which will direct you to a pledge form. So this is a pledge system. You pledge the distance you're going to cycle, keeping in mind that the minimum donation is $2 per kilometer. And then you support accordingly, and finally, probably the most fun part, you cycle the distance pledge. It's a great way to, it's a great activity to do with family, with friends.
Absolutely.
And keep fit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I cycle 20 kilometers to Changi Airport once a week. I don't understand why I didn't hear of this before, and now I do. So I've added it on my Instagram, and I will be pedaling a lot, and hopefully that means more water, more potable water for the Cambodians in Kampong Chanang.
That's right. The Pedal for Water campaign, brainchild of Joshua Koo and